Oh, hey, we launched again.
I was just about to mention that.
All right. So, since we've already seen these lineups, let's just get into the game here. All right, let's have a quick look. ENUF coming to the dance with Ohio, Thunderer, Des Moines, Salem, Triple Petro, and a pair of Smalllands to round things out.
Yep. Meanwhile, LAIR has double Kremlins. It's got 2 Venezias. They decided to bring triple Petropavlovsk, Moskva, and a single Summers.
One lone Summers on North. This could be exciting, Zath. Have to see how these guys deploy.
Absolutely. So you can kind of get the idea that LAIR is set up more for an attrition-style game. They obviously are set up with those 2 bow tanky battleships and the 1 destroyer. So I would expect them to be a little bit maybe aggressive on one side and try to push hard, whereas ENUF looks like with 2 destroyers, they're trying to go for that vision control.
Well, and LAIR coming in here with a small health advantage, about less than 100k, but still noteworthy, about 80,000 or so. Of course, they've brought some a little bit beefier, a little more HP on the cruiser side. And of course, they have 1 more cruiser than ENUF does. So, ENUF looking like going, to typical North deployment here, kind of going for an AC split. Small and 2 Petropavlovsk, all 3 Petros actually deploying over to the western half of the map right now. Although it looks like Avenger Squirrel is trying to line up on the B cap. For the moment, Ohio, Salem, Des Moines, and Smallland headed to C. That's not surprising. We see teams set up with Salem's over on the 10 line. I'm guessing that's where Rorzange is going.
Well, he's definitely going straight due east right now, along with the Des Moines, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what's happening. If you look at LAIR's side of things, they're doing kind of what I predicted earlier. They're setting themselves up to kite away and hold at sea. The old hammer and anvil tactic here as they send the bulk of their navy up towards Alpha.
They do have a tremendous amount of firepower going to this Alpha cap. You just see a radar going up there from Avenger Squirrel. Just an info radar. He does catch Minikaze's Minikaze Kamikaze. What a great name. Catch a look at that Summer so they know where he is for the moment. They might land a few shells on him, but he does sneak out of the radar. Looks like he takes a little bit of chip damage, but nothing catastrophic.
The important thing, though, is that detection of the Summers tells ENUF where the bulk of LAIR's team is probably going, because they're going to follow their destroyer, most likely.
It's going to be World of Petros at A. Both teams bringing like at least 2 Petropavlov, 3 Petros on this side of the map.
Comes the attrition fight.
Indeed. The trading of shells begins across the A cap. Now, one thing that I will point out, Zath, that I like out of the LAIR's position and the way their ships are at the moment that ENUF does not have. LAIR has battleship support at this fight across A, and ENUF does not.
Well, the Thunder is actually setting up for cross shots. He's already fired 1 salvo now, but he's looking for a position where he can shoot but not be spotted. He's got that island between him and the Petros, and what that means is that the Petros have no idea the shells are inbound until obviously it's too late. I think that's what they're trying to do with ENUF's Thunderer.
They do manage to get some good damage into the Thunder, so he's obviously spotted by somebody.
Yes.
In fact, now, Dr. Webb, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this Petro's name, they are pushing kind of fairly aggressively up the 5 line here. Looking like, and look, both Kremlins and the Moskva and the Petro, they're pushing the center of the board right now, Zath.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Brilliant positioning here. So that allows for 4 ships in the middle and then 4 ships out on the far western flank, which means a lone Venezia is holding down the fort at sea. But all he's doing is trying to slow the enemy team. Yes.
I love this. Look at what they're doing. LAIR is basically ignoring, like, the ENUF has all of this firepower on the 9-10 line and nothing to do with it.
That's
nothing
right.
to do with it. They have no idea
That's
that there's
right.
nothing for them to shoot at. I love this move.
And that's what I was saying. Like, the Venezia is there just to simply demonstrate, and that's it. Like,
Yeah,
he's
Just there to just flap his arms around and say, ha ha ha, I'm here, and then distraction.
Yeah, and exactly. Make them think that there is a larger group down there when in reality there is not. But at this point, the gig is probably up. They can count on the screen, but it's too late. Bismarck is gonna make like the Bismarck and sink pretty soon here.
He's getting focused out. They've got shells in on reprise. Smallland over here, north of the A cap.
Yeah.
And what you're seeing, kind of, Zath, check it out. It's like a little bit of this of the wall of steel, right? Only it's
Yes.
kind of only focused on the A and B cap. I love this play.
Mm-hmm.
This is outstanding coordination from LAIR. Look at this. They're
This is
going
what
to
you
wipe
expect.
this Smallland out.
Yep, there it goes. This is what you expect to see out of a finals team.
Yes.
Plain and simple.
Yes. What a well-oiled machine and a strategy these guys have for this map. And to some extent, Zath, ENUF played right into it by bringing all of this firepower and, you know, kind of dumping it on the 9 line and then leaving the rest of the team kind of out to dry. Whether they meant to or not, they just played right into it.
Yep. Ohio now rotating back, control kills, trying to get a shot on Vaney, but unfortunately he just lost that.
He got some shells through that gap, but they were not an effective salvo. And of course, now he doesn't have the shot at all.
Yep.
Now we're only
like you mentioned.
Go ahead.
Like you mentioned, 3 ships now pushing down on Froud over there in the Venezia, but again, that's keeping them out of the fight.
Now we're only 6 minutes into this game. And LAIR only has a 30-point lead on the strength of their early Smallland kill because, of course, ENUF picked up the C-cap and ticked up some points early. But it does not feel like ENUF is in a great position right now, right? They're pushed off 2 caps. Yeah. They're just being hammered.
Well, I mean, you can see now Bismarck forced to give ground in order to try to kite away. Kaufman, same thing.
ENUF is also, like, they're just not trading very well.
No.
What a
well, and that's partly due to the Summers' smoke. You got the ability to death snail with 2 Petros in that smoke as well.
Indeed.
Minakaze is probably going to be detected on Elchris's radar. Oh, same thing with
No,
Volk.
he's not, actually.
Just outside.
There he
just
is.
Outside.
Minakaze just has gotten lit up by radar. Looks like I think Avenger Squirrel's radar is the one that got him. Maybe briefly.
Yes.
They need that kill, but they've lost sight of him already. There
It's
we
not gonna
go.
be enough.
Kaufman's radar, I think, just caught him. Yeah, he's right at the extreme edge of Kaufman's radar. As soon as he reverses a little bit, he'll be out of it. But it's a short duration radar because Petro. And there he goes. Dark again.
Mm-hmm.
LAIR picking up the A cap. 8 minutes gone here in game 1. And man, LAIR looking incredibly solid with this strategy they've employed to kind of this almost like bait and switch, it feels like.
Yes.
They sent the Venezia over to the edge of the map to play Puffing Dragon. They lured a bunch of the ENUF deployment over there and then just dropped the heavy into the hammer on these guys on the other side of the map. And Kaufman's going out. It's only a matter of time.
Yep, so is Bismarck, of course. But yeah, they're doing a great job of using the map to block. I always talk about this when I cover replays. You want to use the islands to also block one of your sides. So you only have to focus on, 90 degrees of incoming fire instead of 180 degrees of incoming fire.
Indeed. Now, right now, go ahead.
Vaney's going to take a torp or 2 here from Captain Crap.
Yeah, no, the Smallland here at B has been doing a great job. I think they're going to get Vaney off the board. They've been doing a brilliant job of focusing him out. He's very low, and if they can take one of these battleships off the board, that could be really big. That could be a big deal.
Yep, he just took a torpedo. Now he's on fire. The torpedo did not cause a flood, but that fire is going to stick for a little bit.
Burning, but not flooding.
Ooh, Avenger Squirrel almost gone. Slapped out.
Oh, goodness. On 1,000 HP here, trying to get back into cover. Not in time.
There it is.
Kill number 2 also going to LAIR.
But look at Dr. Webb now in his position to hold counter kill or controller kill in place. Not going to be enough necessarily for Vaney though. Oh, Vaney manages to dodge. Look at Ish in the sword state. Look at him go.
I think they're gonna. He's gonna ram. He's gonna.
Yes, he's gonna use the Russian torpedo.
Yeah, they're trying. They're like they know if they can get the Ohio out of this position, that it'll be a great trade. So they've decided they're gonna trade the Moskva for the Ohio. That's a really smart play if it works. It makes you wonder if either one of these guys has a ram flag on.
I'm sure they would. Why would you come to King of the Sea without flags, especially that one?
ENUF picks up their first kill. They do trade here on the edge of the B cap. Just like that, there's only a one-ship gap between these two teams, as now Kaba's Des Moines tries to get into that gap as well. But there's a huge health disadvantage now with the loss of the Ohio.
Absolutely there is. Captain Crack taking a big slap, though, from, I think that was the Kremlin, Dr.
Well, and they've
Webb.
got Kaufman spotted again up on the A line. He's running out of room. There he goes. It's like he's running out of places to run. Two-ship lead for LAIR here as we cross over the halfway mark of the match. 9 minutes to play in game one, and it's been almost all LAIR from minute one here.
Yep. Great board control, great positioning.
I love the strategy they employed, Zaf. They went into this like, yep, so many of these teams, they dump all this firepower on the 9-10 line. We're going to send a guy over there to fake them out and dump everything right up the middle of the map. Oh, Captain Crap looking rough
Captain Crap's
here.
going down.
Yeah, a couple more shells is enough. And there it was. That should seal the deal here. Dr. Webb will be able to pick up B for LAIR at his leisure. Pretty much no ENUF ships in a position to stop him. Rosange's Salem is randomly chasing this Venezia down here out to the corner of the map. Bismarck has managed to live to his credit, but not going to matter in the end. Although Dr. Webb going right through the B cap, going to ignore it. Looks like is he getting ready for the Des Moines? They know the Des Moines is over here, I think. No? Yeah, he's spinning his guns around. They figured out where the Des Moines is.
Yep. Volk now under radar from Elchris's Petra on the corner of the map, but it's not going to be catastrophic. It'll be fine. You can see Minakaze's been detached from the Death Snail. They don't need him anymore. He can go and hunt Bismarck.
Yep.
Hunt the Bismarck.
It's kind of just mop up now at this point for LAIR. As Dr. Webb comes around the corner to broadside Des Moines. This could be catastrophic. Yep. That's pretty nasty, kids. Kaba was trying to get repositioned, and I don't know if he was trying to get repositioned or he's intentionally just ending the game. I don't know which, but he's not even running his engines. He's just kind of...
They called a wipe.
Yeah.
That's a wipe right there.
They're just ending this. He's just waiting on the guns to reload, and there it goes.
There it is.
LAIR's going to win game one pretty handily here, Zaf. Torpedoes going into Bismarck. Right. There he goes.
And they sink the Bismarck.
Indeed. Just leaves two bizarrely positioned ships. That's Elchris's Petro in A1. And the Salem, Zaf, literally on the diagonally opposite side of the map in H9.
Right. It's like, which side do I want to set up for my death pick? I mean, I have to pick one.
You got to pick one. They're too far apart to see them both. Rosange now he's just broadsiding. He's just like, call it, end this.
Yep.
Elchris doing the same. And there it is.
Dr. Webb comes through, and there's my death pick, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-wee. What a battle.
Goodness gracious.
LAIR was Russian number 2 team. Yeah. And you can see it right there.
You can see why. What an amazing showing from those guys. What a well-oiled machine that team was.
That's right.